everyone, I'm going to show you how to make envelopes that you actually write a personal letter on and mail. And I'm going to show you how to do your own stationery, quick, easy, and simple little things you can do just to brighten up that boring letter that goes to a friend or a loved one, and that way they'll be a little surprised and feel special. Now, here's what you're going to need. Okay, I told you this is what we're going to need to make these two simple little ideas. So we'll go through the paper first. Okay, you can use many different things for this, but you could use pinking shears to make a border all the way around, or just on the bottom, or just the top, which we're going to use. You can do stickers as a border. You can use, you're going to need paper, colored pencils, markers, and I use Sharpies. You can use a medium ballpoint pen, it comes out better and all that, but I like using the Sharpies because they're not smudge proof, it's permanent, and it's darker, which makes the background a little brighter. So there's two ways to do a stationery. You can have two different sizes. This is a half sheet and this is a full sheet. This you could put into a printer and print right on top of this. Same with this. If you know the size of this paper, you can do the same thing here. And you can go ahead and decorate a lot of these prior and then just put them in your, your printer, and then just print your letter out if you want. Now, you don't have to do squiggly lines or dots. You can do some hearts for Valentine's Day, which is past, or just a loved one. You can do just the word love on it. This has a border. This is what I'm talking about down here. And this one has no border at all. It's just the paper itself. So there's some ideas. So I'm going to show you how to make this size first. So all you're going to need is one sheet of paper. Okay? This may be really simple for a lot of you, but there's some of you out there that just are getting into paper stuff, and this would be good for you guys. So you fold a whole paper in half the long way. You crease it, and then I like to fold back on the crease the opposite way. It just is better. Now, for those of you who can't tear straight, this is where a pair of scissors would come in handy. You just cut along the crease line right here. But I'm going to try to tear this as not so neatly as possible, like that. So, if you make this mistake, you can correct it with a pair of pinking shears. And I will show you right now. Okay, see, there's a border there. And you cut off the excess. And then you would do that to all four corners. Okay? So that is how you size these two. Now, you can take your markers and you can do squiggly lines or whatever you like to do. I'm going to pick out a few colors of my markers that kind of go together, and one contrasting color. So you stick with the one that's going to be a lot of dots. So the way you do it, just kind of hold straight up and down, and then just move in a random pattern where you think there needs some dots. You put dots. And then you go to your second color, kind of fill in some of those spaces where you think it needs some more dots. You go to your third color or fourth color, whichever. You keep repeating this until you have the desired effect. And yes, let your marker drag a little. That's how you get those kind of streaky drops. And I will tell you that no two papers are the same. Now this one, I like to use the side of my marker and I just make streamers. And that's how you make streamers. So that's how you do that one. Now, I'm going to show you how to do a sticker border, but I'm going to do it on a big piece of paper. And this one, I think I'm going to use the pinking shears on, and I'm only going to do the bottom. So I'm going to cut the bottom off. Like this. Just like that. Now, for this, you just add some stickers, and let's see. I'm going to do the big flowers. Sort of big flowers. I think I'll mix them. Okay? Now, there's several ways you can do this. I'm going to do a decorative border only up here on my paper. So I'm going to pick out one of these big flowers and put it right in the center of this page. And I think I'm going to take this kind of pinky blue, okay? And then you just kind of put it right here in the middle. Okay? And then I'm going to do some of these ladybugs, like a big one and another big one like this. Do a little one like this and another little one like this. And that would be my paper for one thing. Okay? Now, for the next paper, because I'll probably use this as writing paper, an actual letter to a friend. And if that friend's watching, Libby, you're getting the letter. Finally, huh, girl? On the second paper, I take and make the edging again. Scissors and I have never liked each other, so it does its own thing. Now for the second paper, I'm going to use just I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to make a corner border, and I'm going to use the purple flower, and I'm just going to stuff this right in the corner, right here. Okay, and then I'm going to take some of these little ladybugs and I'm going to put one on each. One there, and one there. And see how simple this is and how pretty these are? And then you just go ahead and write. The good thing about Sharpie is that you can write your letter in any color. Purple, green, blue, red. I think they have an orange, a pink, a magenta, black, you know, dark blue, I think. So you can do that. Now, and these two will go into the printing machine as well. This one you may have to do a little bit of, you know, figuring out where to start, how far to go down, all that sort of thing. But if you do this prior, if you make your letter prior to doing your borders, you can kind of tailor your border around your stationery. Or if you already have pre-stationery like this, you can tailor your letter around your stationery, or around your border. So that's those, and they're homemade. Now, getting on to an envelope. First thing we need to talk about is that these are not real addresses, so please do not write me or Scruffy at these addresses. It's just to show you the layout of a letter. Your return address goes up in the left-hand corner, and then about the middle of the envelope you put the recipient's name. And then you can decorate everything around it. However, little hint, post offices need this area here to do the postmark, so leave a lot of this upper space available so that they can just postmark your stamp. And then they have this little machine that gives you fluorescent or red or whatever little hash marks down here, which is called a barcode. So leave the very, very bottom, you know, alone. Then you can decorate the back. I have not done this so that I can show you guys how to do it. Alright, I'm going to take a black Sharpie and I'm going to write down what I normally do on an actual envelope. Right back real soon, okay? And blessed be to all. Now this is one saying that I do on every one of my envelopes, and the people that I write, they know what each and every one of these letters are. Right back real soon, okay, and blessed be to all. They know what that means. They know everything. And then I write on here, I just write little things, like since this would be Scruffy's, I would write a heart. And, you know, I love you. He likes my little faces. So, I mean, there's 101 things you can do with an envelope. Just make sure that the weight of your letter and your envelope are not past one stamp. Sometimes I don't know what my weight is because I write like consecutively like 6 pages of letters, and that's yes, front and back. So I just for good measure I do stick to stamps on it. But this is how to decorate an envelope. I do this for birthdays, I do this for Christmas. Sometimes I go out and find like wintry stuff. I have one Jewish friend, so when she gets a Hanukkah card, I go out and scour the land for, you know, like snowflakes and menorahs and dreidels and things like that, so that I can put it on the envelope. And it makes her, she says that it makes her feel really special, because not only does she get a letter, but she gets something to look at. She says that I have a talent. I don't think so. Scruffy keeps yelling at me also. So if you like these 2 paper projects, leave me a comment down below for suggestions. You can use all of this on colored envelopes. Just be aware that if you use a pastel or a dark, well, I don't suggest dark colors because it's hard to write on, especially dark blue or whatever. However, if you have a suggestion, leave a comment down below. If you like what I have done or anything, please give me a thumbs up. If you have suggestions, also leave me a comment. And if you like what I do, hit the subscribe button and come on back. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!